Hey guys, I'm Keith War, and welcome to another episode of Homeless in Titusville. I am up at Manzo Park with Jason Irish, and Jason was telling me that he has just gotten off the streets, that he was homeless for about 3 weeks. So tell me about that, man. How'd you become homeless?
It was kind of hard, sir. Pretty much I just took a bullet for someone that I loved. Instead of her going to jail, I decided to go to jail.
So not a literal bullet, but just kind of a...
Yeah, because I'm the man and I have to stand up and just do what's right.
So what happened? You lost your job? You lost your... you just couldn't pay the rent because you weren't...
No, I lost my apartment. I had no other place to go. All my family's up north. And that was it. I got bonded out. She bonded me out and I had no place to go.
So whatever happened with that? Did you have to serve any time, or it was kind of just a minor incident?
Yeah, it was just a minor incident, but I'm still not allowed to the place that I was paying rent at, that I was, supplying everything to, and it was just wardens. I just couldn't go back home, and then.
Was that here in Titusville? All that happened?
Yeah.
And do you own any property? Do you own any vehicles?
No, man.
How about children? What's your family like? Do you have a wife? Do you have kids? Have you ever been married?
I was married once. We're divorced. I have a beautiful 14-year-old daughter. And I came down here to Florida to take care of my grandmother. God bless her. She passed on. And then I just I fell in love. I decided to stay down here.
So how long were you home? Like, give me the rundown. Like, what years or months were you homeless from? What period to what period?
No, I say about 2 years.
So you're homeless for about 2 years from. So when did you become homeless?
First, at the age of 16, when my stepdad didn't like me.
But recently here, living here in Titusville, what year or month did you become homeless?
I say back in November.
November of 2014?
2015.
2015.
Yeah, it was just horrible.
So you were on the streets. So when you were on the streets, how did you support yourself?
There's no way. I'll go up to business and just ask them if there's anything I can do. Dude, I'll wash your toilet. I'll scrub your toilets for you. That's how bad it is sometimes. I'll just scrub your toilets. It just kept going on, and then I saw a gentleman.
So you did some panhandling, but really you literally worked for, you would ask somebody, hey, will you hire me for the day or a couple hours or something?
At certain places that I'll panhandle at, I'll be at the store. I'll be like, hey, dude, I'll do anything that I can. Can you please just help me out? Give me a few bucks here. I don't mean to disrespect your store. Is there anything I can do? That's it. Anything I can do.
And then you'd make a few dollars, and you were able to basically feed yourself, and then you had to sleep out on the street?
Yeah, or a park bench. But you get ran off mostly by the cops, though. A lot of times I just find me like a little place behind a building.
What's that like with the police interaction? Like, what's the deal? Is it like business owners are chasing you away, or is it just the cops in general? They're kind of like bored and they're doing a little patrol and they go, oh, this guy's in the park, or?
No, it'll be, I'll go there after the business is closed and I'll wake up before the business opens. No, they just patrol and treat you like a piece of garbage. That's all it is. Treat you like you're nothing. Second, you're like, where you live at? I was like, I'm homeless.
So did you ever get any trespasses here in Florida? Did you ever get those pink trespasses?
I never got a pink trespass, but I have been trespassed. They're like, the funny joke, this park that I'm sleeping in, there's a no trespass sign on the end of that fence for that guy's property. And the cop's like shining on it. It's like, see this? You're not supposed to be here. I was like, they're not going to put a no trespass on a public park, dude.
Right. Right.
What are you talking about? That's for that gentleman's property. Oh, well, I served in the Marines. Yeah, great job. Thank you for serving our country, but don't be a dick.
Yeah. So you were telling me you just got off the streets, and you've only been off the streets a few weeks. Like, how did you even get off the streets? Like, how did you make that possible? Because so many guys I find, like, we've talked about it, and we've talked about, like, so you get a job, right? but then you're not clean or healthy to be able to go to the job the next day to, like, you know, continue this. So, I mean, how did you get past that hurdle?
It's called perseverance. Go to a certain park where they have a private bathroom and just lock the door and just wash yourself up and just keep going at it. You got to keep fighting. You can't lay down and die.
So did the people know that, like, is there anybody that in particular that gave you a you know, a big boost or helping hand to kind of get you off the street? Was there anybody that, you know, gave you a little extra?
It was just the love for my daughter. Just to let her know that her daddy loves her. That was it. You know?
So you didn't have any benefactor out there who said, hey, you know, you can stay with me till you get on your feet, or they, you know, did you have anybody to put you up in a hotel or give you a job? So nobody knew you were homeless, and did you get a job?
Yeah, I was working for this wonderful couple, and one day they were downing homeless people, and I had to intervene. And I was like, you know what? To be honest with you, I'm homeless myself. And they're like, what, Jay? You're homeless? I was like, yeah. I sleep sometimes when it's too cold. I have to sleep on laundromat's floor. Like, wow.
So you were working for these people, and you heard them making comments about homeless people and stuff,
Yeah.
and you just couldn't be quiet. And you're like, listen, here I am talking to you day after day, coming to work for you, and I'm one of these people that you're talking bad about. That's me.
Yeah.
I'm standing right here in front of you.
Yeah.
So how did they take that?
They totally changed their whole view because I'm, well, you know, not all homeless people, just hard times.
Right.
It's just hard times, and they gave me a bedroom. They said, "Come home with us, dude." And I'm saving my money. I kept saving my money, and I'm looking at getting me a place at the Twin Towers and other places.
How long ago was that they took you in and gave you a room to stay?
I say about 2-3 weeks ago.
So we're talking like really recently here.
Yeah.
You know, today's what, Monday the 18th of January. It's Martin Luther King Day, 2016, and so we're talking like right around Christmas, you were homeless.
Yeah.
And then like right around that time, they gave you a place to stay. This whole conversation happened.
Yeah.
So, how have things been? Is there anything in particular that you're struggling with that you find particularly difficult transitioning from being homeless to having a place?
I'm not used to leaning on people or getting help like that. I've always been by myself. So that's the difficult part. And
so you're still working for these people and you're still living in their home?
yeah.
And what business is this, if you don't mind me?
It's a great appliance place. You can find it up on Hopkins. They help out.
Is it Applianceville? The little,
No. Nichols Appliances.
Nichols Appliance?
Yeah, Nichols Appliances.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're good, God-loving people, and they are beautiful. They're actually a cherish. They're actually a gift from God themselves.
So you told them you were in a position you need a little help, and they're giving you that helping hand.
Yeah.
I mean, you're earning it. They're not really giving you anything. You know. So what kind of work do you do for them?
I help with deliveries. I'm a technician and everything, and also I got me a second job for BG Systems and doing trim carpentry. They hooked me up with that, and everything's going great. Everything's going good.
So you're essentially working two jobs.
Yeah.
So you went from being homeless and not having much employment a couple of months ago to now you've got two jobs and a place to stay.
Yeah.
What's going on with your 14-year-old daughter right now? When's the last time you've seen her?
Janelle, I haven't seen her in 11 years, but I talk to her all the time.
And how old is she now?
14.
She's 14, so you haven't seen her since she was 3?
5.
5 years old.
5, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm bad at math.
Okay. That's okay. Hey, it's an emotional thing.
Yeah, but I miss her, and I feel like a horrible dad. That's why I had to go.
Well, here's the camera. Here's an opportunity. If you have anything else you want to say to her, go ahead, look into the camera. The microphone's right here. What would you like to say to her?
Daddy loves you.
Daddy loves you.
That's it. And I miss you.
Miss you. Okay. And where's she staying at right now?
In Connecticut.
Oh, so it's a little bit of a trip or distance to be able to see her.
Yeah, I can't just jump up and just. I wish she lived across the street. I'll walk over.
Do you guys have? Sure. You guys share Facebook, or you guys do anything?
Oh,
You guys,
well, I talk to her all the time. I'm not a big Facebook kind of guy.
but you guys talk on the phone?
Yeah. But sometimes I just feel so. I feel like a loser because I have the greatest kid in the world and I'm not there. I'm not there.
Well, you're conscious of it, and some people aren't even conscious of it. They're not there. They don't care. You're trying to get yourself back on your feet, and you obviously care. It's obvious that you care, and you're just now getting back. You know, how about your parents? Are your parents still living?
Oh, my mom is.
How about brothers and sisters?
I have a wonderful sister. She's going to college.
And where's your family live? Where's your mother at?
Connecticut.
So they're in Connecticut. And how about them? Do they see your daughter?
Oh, yeah, all the time. Yeah.
So they have contact with your family and a good relationship. Oh, that's great. Well, you know, look, I mean, you've had some wonderful things happen to you recently. You know, being employed, getting off the streets. It doesn't sound to me like it'll be too much longer before you'll either be able to get up to Connecticut to see her, or you know, or her come here. You know,
Yeah.
You know, you had said, I showed you my YouTube channel, The Homeless in Titusville, and you recognize a lot of the guys, like you saw Perry and all these other guys, you know, and Perry's a few steps behind you, or maybe he's right about where you're at, but what kind of advice do you have for the guys that are still struggling on the streets that have appeared in my video?
I just say, don't give up. Just keep fighting on, man. Even though people downtrot you or think of you as nothing, just keep fighting on. Go out there and just keep like, hey, you need something? You need something done? Because a lot of skilled people are homeless nowadays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just go forward and just be like, hey, I know how to do that. Go to a construction site. I know how to do that. Because I met some of the most skilled people that created the most beautiful things with their hands.
And they were homeless.
Yeah, and they were homeless. And I see people do more than someone that sits behind the desk.
And you know, there's other levels of homelessness. We have people here in Titusville that have been living out of the hotel. You know, their kids go to school from a hotel room. You know, that's homeless. You know, because I mean, they're literally 24 hours away from losing their house every day.
Yep.
You know, so listen, I really appreciate you sharing your story about, you know, just getting off the street and stuff like that, and you know, the inspirational things that you had to tell some of the other guys. I would like to be able to, you know, follow you and keep up with you. Maybe, you know, talk to you every month for a couple of months. You know, see how things are working out, and if you've gotten a chance to see your daughter, you know, things like that, and how life's going. But hey, I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to me about this stuff, and I'm really glad I met you.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that someone's out there that actually cares about, you know,
the homeless, right? Less fortunate people, right? Well, you're people, you're human beings. I see you guys as that. There's no such thing as a throwaway person, and you know, you're proof of that. You know, you're somebody that others wrote off, and here you are, getting back to what most of us consider normal. So I appreciate it, man. Thanks.
Thanks, brother.
So Jason, I guess I have one other thing I want to ask you. If anyone could do anything for you to like give you that last little boost, is there anything somebody could do for you? Is there anything you need, like something that's emergent that you need right away?
I'd love for some new work boots.
Work boots.
Yeah, something I can work in. I've been using these bad boys for a long time and just going around and just trying to earn my way, just trying to make $1.
They're like steel-toe boots here. You know what? Can you take one of them off? They're both in the same kind of condition. You know, just so like I can get a really good look at them, and I'm gonna take one up to the camera here and let our viewers see them. And hey, you know, if anyone's got a pair of boots, preferably like steel toe, right? I mean, if you have them, anything,
any kind of boot.
And what size? What size you looking for?
I'm 10.5 and 11.
10.5 to 11. So around in that neighborhood is what you need. Wow, man, these are in some really rough shape. Let me have you guys look at these. Well, I don't know if you guys can see, but you know, these are in some really, really rough shape. Let me turn this little thing around here so I can see what I'm showing you. I mean, yeah, they're about as bad as they could possibly be. So, but yeah, hey, you know, hopefully one of the viewers here will see, and maybe they'll have a pair of boots that will fit you, that, you know, they don't need anymore. So
God bless y'all.
yeah, man. Thank you.